YouTube, what's going on? My name is Colin Nitcher, and this is The Niche. And today we're going to find out which spicy chicken sandwich is the best spicy chicken sandwich. What I'm doing today is traveling around to every fast food restaurant in my area that has a spicy chicken sandwich, purchasing them, bringing them back here, taking a bite or two, and seeing how they did on perfecting the craft of the spicy chicken sandwich. I fell in love with the spicy chicken sandwich back in the spicy chicken sandwich craze of the Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A era. And full disclosure, Popeyes blew me away with their chicken sandwich. And so I've always loved that and always wondered if anybody else is out there doing it as well as them. So I took it upon myself to go around, find all the sandwiches, bring them back together, and put them together here on a rating list for you guys. I'm going to use tier lists today to rate where they deserve to be from best to worst. I recorded this video already, and my audio in that video sounds like this for it. And because of the fact that if you know why that is, I'd love for you to comment and tell me. I was using this microphone, but instead of plugged into my camera, I was plugged into my computer via USB-C, and it did that. So if you can help me troubleshoot that, please do so. Nonetheless, today's going to be a fun experiment of me watching my video and then narrating certain elements of it for you guys in this video. So twofold, you get to see the tier list material, and you get to see me roast myself doing a tier list spicy chicken sandwich video, so it should be quite a bit of fun. Here we go. That's what I said last time. I've been thinking about this video for a long time. Oh, for the record, I've got my coffee, got some water. It's morning. I'm not loaded up on chicken grease, so my thoughts will be a little more clear than they were when I first recorded. Right here, I'm talking about how I'm going to rate all of the sandwiches. The biggest rating element, of course, being taste. How do they taste? How are the textures? Are they using pickles with a sauce? Are they using tomato and lettuce and mayonnaise? And then like a spicy mix on the breading. So I'm going to take into account taste as well as price in this video. Most of the sandwiches are between the $4 and $6 range. And if a good sandwich is $4, it's going to rank higher than a good sandwich that's $6. All those kinds of elements. Because you see, we're buying fast food, so we do care what the price is. I have 8 sandwiches that I'm going to try in this video. Oh, right here I'm commenting on how I've had most of these sandwiches already. In fact, before recording this video, I had the Popeye sandwich, the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and the McDonald's sandwich, but I don't think I'd had the other ones. I might have to correct myself there. Also, go Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom, run it back, baby. Let's get it. Right here, I'm making a comment about how I'm in Midwest America, so I may not have access to some of the restaurants you have access to. I'd love to know in the comments below, what's your favorite spicy chicken sandwich, and especially if it's not from one of the places I was able to get one from, where's it from? Because I know that there's probably a lot out there that I just couldn't get. Right here, I'm showing the tier list that I'm going to use. I know I have double icons down at the bottom. I couldn't figure out how to not have double icons. The rankings are divine/jewel emoji, really quite tasty. I mean, I would. They missed it here, and nope. Right here, mid-recording, I'm critiquing the intro that I've already done. Wondering if I should redo an intro that's more engaging. I think I crushed it today. You can let me know if I did. No, that was stupid. I need to sit up straighter when I look at the camera. Look at this neck. Sit up straight, Colin. YouTube, here we go. Bow, 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 bow. Can I get some hoorahs? There it goes. That was a pretty good intro. Clip it. Send it. Right here, I'm talking out what I've already talked out a little bit. I'm telling how I love the Popeye sandwich, and I'm expecting that to be my favorite sandwich going into this. I love the Chick-fil-A sandwich. I know it's different, but I just really enjoy it as well. One of the things going into this that I'm excited to see is whether or not the Freddy's chicken sandwich does well. In the pictures, it looks really nice, so I'm wondering if it's going to live up to that hype. Here we go. I'm going to start with the Freddy's chicken sandwich. I was most excited to try because I've never had it before. Total after tax is $5.98, so it's in the $6 sandwich category. Smells all right. Give it a sniff. They don't have pickle circles on here. They have pickle spears, like flat pickle spear shapes. I'm commenting on how the chicken does look like it came straight out of a freezer and thrown into the fryer. Not a bad looking sandwich. First bite of the video of this sandwich ever. And I can tell you right now, I was immediately disappointed. Shaking my head, pondering. Zoom in. Let's talk about this. A little bummed. Yeah, I do this a couple times in this video where I correlate the taste and experience of this sandwich to something that I ate growing up as a kid at school lunches. Not a good correlation. Not stoked about this. And I can tell you, looking back on it now, I'm even more disappointed. Wasn't that good. I'll never get it again. $6 sandwich. Go to Freddy's for the concretes and the steak burgers, not the spicy chicken sandwich. Starting to talk out here how I'm going to put it on my tier list, and it's exactly what I just said. If I were to put it on the I would level, that would imply that whenever I go to Freddy's, there's a chance that I would get it instead of something else. But the honest truth is I wouldn't. I already goofed up here, too. I didn't show my tier list while I was ranking it. I forgot to switch back to that scene. What a goof. Goof, Colin. Come on. I'm on to the Burger King sandwich here. Another one I've never had before. There's my tier list. They missed it here. That's where the Freddy's sandwich ended up. Shout out to Tier List, the website. Pretty fun to use. Really enjoyed it. I think it's a very fun concept, and I look forward to doing more of these. This one comes out to $5.50 after tax, I think. This is Burger King. Looks good. One of the things I didn't know about Burger King's sandwich here is whether or not it was their revamped version or if they're still revamping this sandwich. So I'll be on the lookout for that. It looks nice. Bunch of mayonnaise. Had some thick lettuce on there. There's a slice of cheese, Swiss cheese, I think, or white cheddar. I'm not actually sure. Same thing, connected to the school lunch again because of the smell of it. I remember looking at that bread right there. I enjoyed the bread on this sandwich. Some mayo on the face. Come on, Colin, get your act together. Shout out to Built, BYLT, for that hoodie. They didn't send it to me. It was a gift from somebody, but I love it. Not blowing anybody away, I say. This was the first sandwich that had some black pepper spiciness to it, which is a pretty common theme in the sandwich game. Black pepper spice on the breading mixed with some mayonnaise on the bread. I'm not too happy. And I think the reason I'm not too happy is because I have pretty high expectations for these sandwiches. Pretty high hopes. Like I said, I love spicy chicken sandwiches. I know they can be incredible. So I think I was being pretty generous right away with a really quite tasty on that. I dropped some lettuce on the ground. My dog got it. Moving on here to the KFC spicy chicken sandwich, another one that I've never had before. Commenting on how I'm pretty sure this is a new sandwich as of this year or sometime very, very recent. KFC, you have high hopes for, right? They're the chicken restaurant. It looks good. Looks good right now. I'll say this in a second. It's very resemblant. A lot of resemblance to the Popeyes sandwich. A lot of good sauce. A lot of good pickles. The breading looks nice. You can tell I'm excited about this one going into this first bite. I literally just said I'm excited. Here we go. Talking with my mouth full. Double bite. I think. Watch it back. I think first sandwich I double bit. How do I do it? Yeah, commenting here on how that bite of that sandwich was almost the exact same experience as eating the Popeyes chicken sandwich. And I'll make a comment here about how the sauce is so similar, the chicken size and texture is so similar, the pickles are so similar. The whole thing it really makes you think, like, I wonder if KFC just spent all last year breaking down the Popeyes sandwich, figuring out exactly how they did it, and then turning around just doing it the exact same way themselves. That's how it ate. That's how it tasted and how the experience was. KFC looking at each other in the boardroom. Hey, just do how Popeyes did it. That's really what it was like. So you know where this is going. You know what I've said about the Popeyes sandwich. I mess around for some reason right here, putting in the really quite tasty. Again, I don't know why. After listening to myself there and looking at my response to it, I can tell you right now, it's going to end up in the divine/drool emoji. That's what I'm flirting with right there, trying to figure out in my heart what I want to do. For the moment, I throw it in really quite tasty, and I'll come back to it here in a minute. Right here, I'm considering, because of that choice I'm making there, whether or not Burger King should move down, which I think it should. I don't remember if I did that or not. Both of those. One should go up, one should go down further. This is the final sandwich I've never tried before from Sonic. Spicy chicken slinger. It's a smaller sandwich. I think it comes in at $2.50 before tax. $2.50 after tax, maybe. I'm not even sure. I'm giggling because it's so tiny and cute. It looks like every other sandwich except for it's like half the size. Look at that compared to the Popeyes bag. Just this baby boy. Look at him. Adorable. Commenting on how it looks tasty. It's got that dark orange sauce similar to KFC and Popeyes. The breading is more similar to that of the first sandwich from Freddy's. Kind of that freezer, peppery breadedness. $2.50 before tax. Going in from a bite of the Sonic sandwich. The pickles were sweet. I remember that. They were noticeably sweet. It's okay is what I say. No spice. Absent amounts of spice. Underwhelming. I throw it in, I mean I would. Worth eating, it's not worth seeking out. My comments here are, if you're like at Sonic with friends and they all want to drinks and you're a little hungry, it's something you could snag for $2.50 and snack on. Spend way too much time here talking about why or in what circumstances I would get this sandwich. It's not that important. It deserves to be middle of the pack. Moving on. We're into the category now of sandwiches I've had before. This next sandwich is McDonald's. It's the hot and spicy McChicken, which is technically a spicy chicken sandwich. McDonald's later this year, in fact, I think next month sometime, is going to be coming out with 3 new chicken sandwich options. So I'm very excited for that. Might have to come back and do another video. Like and comment if you'd like to see that. But this is the McDonald's hot and spicy McChicken. And it tastes like what you know it tastes like. It's peppery. The mayonnaise is nice. It's classic McDonald's. It's like $1 or $2. $1.85 after tax. It's not great. Listen, guys, it doesn't compare to the Popeyes. It doesn't compare to the KFC. It doesn't compare to where I'm going to rank Chickfila. It's tiny little boy. Thin. Freezer patty chicken. But it's good. I mean, it's kind of like everything else in McDonald's. Gross. It's not that great. But like you eat it and you think, this is exactly what I needed. Look at this. This is because of the flavor and the price. Put it next to the KFC and the Burger King. McDonald's knows what they're doing. I don't know what's in there, but I literally just said it's boring and it's bland, yet it's exciting and tasty. How does that even mean? Here's where I make the decision. Based on some of the sandwiches I've had, I realize KFC's is next level. I just said I owe it to that KFC sandwich. I'm in a committed relationship with that sandwich now. Coming up on the Wendys spicy sandwich here, and I'm commenting on how I've had this sandwich recently, and when I had it, it was like rubber, actual rubber biting through it, not spicy, not good, so disappointed. And so what I'm commenting, it looks nice, but I'm commenting on how it needs to do well to kind of make up for that experience I had the other week. I think this is in the $6 sandwich category. Not bad. It's got the black pepper spiciness going on rather than like the dark orange sauce spiciness. Talking about here how it tastes like Wendy's. Has something to do with the familiar bread, the familiar tomatoes, the familiar lettuce and mayonnaise, which isn't a bad thing. It's another thin patty. The breading's doing a weird thing in my mouth that I'm commenting on here. It kind of like dries out texturally, but then it's mushy as well, which is weird. It does a strange thing in my mouth. I pretty quickly throw it straight into the I would category. What I'm saying here is if I've had a bunch of cheeseburgers for some reason and I was at Wendy's or wanted Wendy's and didn't want a cheeseburger, this is a sandwich I would eat again. Now I'm taking into account that price though, and I'm wondering if I should move it down further. It's not that great in $6 compared to the $3 or $4 sandwiches I've been eating. Yeah, it's above Freddy's because it's tastier than Freddy's. But what I'm disappointed in here is Wendy's does things really well. I think their burgers are tasty. The Frosties obviously are great. Their meal deals are pretty enticing. But this sandwich didn't hit the marks that it needed to hit. Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, the only two left. Going into it, I know what I'm going to think about these already. Had them a ton of time. Chick-fil-A's is right around a $4 sandwich. I'm commenting on here how I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to do the Chick-fil-A sauce experience with the sandwich or if I just wanted the sandwich straight. And kind of what I decided, even though I'm going to take a bite without and then a bite with, what I decided is when you go to Chick-fil-A to get this sandwich, you get this sauce if you want it with the sandwich. It's not an add-on. It's not an out-of-your-way thing. So in my mind, it's all a part of the same package of eating the Chick-fil-A sandwich. So when I take my rating into account, I'm letting the sauce be there, be present. Because I love the sauce and it's all part of the Chick-fil-A sandwich for me. One of the things I noticed right away, I remember this, is when I bit in and started tasting that bread first, I noticed how sweet the Chick-fil-A bread was compared to all the other breads that I had. And it was a lot like what they do with their breakfast chicken minis and their breakfast chicken sandwich, where the bread is obviously sweet. It's like they take a honey glaze and they base it on there. It tasted almost like that on this bread, making me think when they bake this bread and make this bread, they're putting a significant amount of sugar or honey to sweeten it up. And I'd never noticed that before, but when you eat them back to back to back like this, it was so evident. It was tasty. It was really good. I'm talking about how good it is. I love the pickle brine. I love the spice level. The whole package at Chick-fil-A is really tasty. I really, really like that sandwich. Thick chicken, crunchy. Here's my sauce bite. Gotta lick the sauce pack top. Getting hot in here. A lot of chicken, a lot of grease, a lot of spice at that point. We all know where this is going. Grab the button, throw it up there. I went ahead and said better than KFC. Maybe because I was familiar with it, knew what to expect. High hopes going in. Good though. Last sandwich here, Popeyes. Look at that sandwich. Ugh, it's huge. It's beautiful. It's golden, crispy. It's greasy. It's sauced up, pickled up. What stuck out to me here, what I'm commenting on, is how the first thing that hit me was how crunchy and beautiful the chicken was. It had just that insane, classic, crunchy fried chicken texture that none of the other sandwiches really accomplished. And I know you could say like, well, yeah, but the other one's in the bag, blah, blah, blah. This was the second sandwich I picked up out of all the sandwiches in the drive-thrus. So it had every reason to not be this crunchy still. And that's still one of the things that stuck out to me right away when I ate this. Commenting here on how Popeye sandwich is just different than Chick-fil-A's, and that's okay. There's just different style, different take on the sandwich. Both insanely tasty, almost tied at the top, but I went ahead and put Popeyes at the very, very top here. $4 for both of those. Popeyes is more substantial is what I'm commenting on there. Crazy. I think I'm going to show them off again. Thicker, it's saucier, it's falling apart. It just is it's a monster beefy boy of a sandwich, and I love it so much. Popeyes, top spot of Colin Nitcher's spicy chicken sandwich tier list. Some of my final thoughts here. I really enjoyed the sandwiches that had like just pickles and sauce on the fried chicken over the sandwiches that had like a pepper spice mixed into the breading. Most of the sandwiches that were that second way had the thinner freezer patty style chicken. I was happy to see that none of the sandwiches hit the nope level. I got every spicy sandwich I could find in town, and for none of them to hit the nope level, pretty happy about that. I remember at this point being out of breath and just so full and filled with grease. That's so worth it. Come on. These sandwiches are insane. I think I'm surprised to have kept Burger King on that level, actually. I think the Burger King, McDonald's, and the Sonic sandwiches are all very, very close to each other. And honestly, nowhere close to the top tier. I think that top tier is 4 or 5 steps above those 3 other sandwiches. Big gap between best and second best. I'm doing my self-promo here, saying if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more of them. I do live stuff from time to time on Twitch, so make sure you check out C_Niche on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter if you like my opinions, because that's all my Twitter is just me throwing out opinions. Yeah, here we go. Talking about how McDonald's is having those 3 sandwiches come out. Burger King, like I mentioned, was going to have a new sandwich, so I wasn't sure if they already had the new sandwich or if that was still to come. So maybe more on that later. And there's a handful of other restaurants that are potentially looking to come out with some new sandwiches as well. So one thing I want to know in the comments is if you enjoyed this video, tell me. And if you want to see me do an updated one when these other sandwiches come out, I'd love to do that if you guys like this video. I'd also love to know what other things you think I should tier list, so be sure to leave comments down there. Real quick final comment here was how I'm awarding KFC the best surprise out of the day. I don't know if I knew it was going to be that great, and I was very happy to have tried it and for it to have been so tasty. That's it. There's my tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, please consider subscribing if you like this style of content and want to see more of it. You guys are the best. I love making these videos. Thank you for watching. YouTube, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.